Gladiators. Folks, the Gaming Gladiators, they make this sort of switch around with the setup. They get the sniper now versus the Huskar in the mid. How good is this for them?
I love their picks. I love the way that they pivoted away from everything. Bloodseeker is incredible versus Huskar. He's also amazing versus Slark, as people know. Hero's low, can't get Shadow Dance. Huskar is always low. Bloodseeker's going to be zooming. I really like their approach. I'm actually really concerned for TSM, how they're going to be able to fix things that are going to come out of the lanes. I think I agree with the panel, though. It's going to be a lot about these early rotations, how much the Marcy and the Ench are going to be able to help out these lanes, but I really love the way that Gaming set up everything here. I think the Huskar pick maybe was a little bit too early from TSM. They just gave him too many slots to answer versus it.
Why do you think they did do it as early as it was?
Oh, Tofu.
He's just lost all his Star Knight.
He did the boots thing. Came out with boots to put an early ward. Ends up getting his courier sniped.
All right.
Done. What was that? Sorry.
Why do you think they did do the Huskar as early as they did in the draft?
I mean, they shut down Quinn, right? Shut down Quinn. It's a good name of the game. Tofu. He's likely to die here. Nicely done. Great way to get it started.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what? That was a tomato?
They really wanted to set it up for tomato.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good play to start it off. Get first blood, get him set up for success. Top lane, they could do decent. The one thing I'm just worried about is and the likely situation is that Huskar is going to be sitting low HP, which just makes it so that Bloodseeker's going absolutely bonkers. And I actually don't mind, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't mind Ember on side lane. When he's playing with Undying versus double strength, these two are going to get constantly decayed, spam down with low HP, so Duracho, he can go for like Flame Guard build plus Slight, and they're going to have difficulty breaking it as well.
Let's have a look. I mean, do you think for Duracho in that situation in terms of what Duracho and Ace are going to do this game, what kind of builds can we expect from the off-lane Bloodseeker and the safe lane Ember?
That is a very good question. I am not too sure. I think Ace might just go Auras. With the way that he's been playing.
I mean, he does down his Dooms right, and it's good.
I used to see... oh my god, Zai, right? I think Zai was doing it for a time. Maybe when he was even on like Secret, he was doing like the Veils and the Greaves and Pipes and stuff like that on these Bloodseeker offlanes. So I could see him do something like that. I don't think it's bad, but by any means. Duracho maybe just goes for more standard Ember build. And Sniper just does Sniper things, so. We'll see though. We'll see how all these lanes end up going down. Right now, Bryle, he's having a pretty good time versus Quinn. First few waves. This is a big deal. Whiteman actually got the OP creep. He got the Harpy Stormcrafter up top, so Ace is actually taking an insane amount of harassment at the start here. That is cool stuff.
Ace. Ace going to be able to keep himself covered with the blood right each time the Slark tries to step up.
He might die, though.
He stepped back in range, and the pounce was up. Tomato jumps in, and that's...
Ooh, stout block.
That stout block, keeping him alive. Ace will survive. Have they got a lot of regen in this lane?
Not.
Just the CS alone he's got to rely on.
Tofu's got a bit, at least, but yeah, he's got to wait for CS for sure. I think getting first blood was pretty huge for Tomato. Getting boots immediately versus this Bloodseeker, he's allowed to just trade right clicks constantly. Mid still seeing Bryle doing well, but Quinn, the denies are going to start adding up. And it's not only just about that mid matchup, of course, it's about the game matchup.
On top lane.
As the sniper.
They get to go again. And this time Tomato and Whitemon, they're able to take Tofu down. So more kills for Tomato in this early game.
Yep.
Good start here for the Slark.
Needed start. I think these lanes have to go well, otherwise things will quickly spiral out of control for the side of TSM. And the thing is, this is a pretty, I would say a pretty comfortable draft from them. You know, Bryle, he does like to play more of these, I mean, not like cheese heroes, but he has very specific hero. He has a pretty big hero pool, I want to say, with also some specific heroes that he does dominate on. So they have Ahri on his Marcy that he literally climbed to 10,000 MMR with. They have Kasani on his Lycan and Beastmaster, his two most comfortable heroes. So it's a nice draft for them based off of comfort. It's just what they're up against with all these counters can be difficult.
Yeah, because I've got to imagine what with TSM's lineup, there is going to be kind of this point of the game where if they're ahead early, in the mid-game, when they start grouping up and going for objectives, Gaming Gladiators might struggle to deal with that sort of pressure, right?
Definitely. Tomato, he's trading a bit too much.
He's going to die. Been playing super aggressive on this top lane as the Slark. It's worked out for him a couple of times, but this time round, it does not.
Yeah, this like the first level or two on the Bloodseeker, I could see that could have been a bit difficult, but now it's when it's going to start quickly turning. He's got 2 points in Thirst. It's a Undying Ember on one lane that's going to constantly harass these two heroes, and then it's a Sniper versus a Huskar, and Huskar's always sitting low. So Thirst, he's going to be zooming. I mean, eyes on Ace to go literally Bugatti mode this game. Seeing the stacks already coming out for Kasane. I mean, he's of course, going to have a difficult lane when he's playing versus Undying, so he's already using the board to get that Ancient stack that we see so often as these Beastmasters, even if they have tough lane, they've got recovery outlets. A lot of creep shenanigans going on in the bottom lane. Celery and Ari both trying to meet each other.
Yeah, where's Ari going to take these creeps?
I mean, he's just
taking them on quite a bit of an adventure.
Yeah, I guess he's just stacking them up.
And this mid lane, does it get to the point where you're just not able to lane as the Huskar, or you're always able to stick around?
I think the rotations are going to come once it starts getting the most difficult portion. Like right now, it's already starting to get a little bit hard, but I think once there's like the level 5 and stuff like that on the sniper, it's the hardest. But he'll have assists from his supports, I'd imagine. Tofu?
I think Ace is going to be able to get Whitemon in return, potentially another pounce. Holds him back, and Whitemon, he's able to get out of the blood right. Ace will still chase him down, though. With the speed buff, no chance of escaping this Bloodseeker. Ace gets a kill, and he's also able to take down Tomato's courier.
I'm actually excited to see how fast he's going to end up moving. What do you think the peak movement speed is going to be for this Bloodseeker in this game? Like 700, 800 something? I don't know. It definitely feels like it's going to be pretty ridiculous. And yeah, he has great matchup, as you said, not just because of Thirst, but also Rupture versus the Slug, Rupture versus Huskar. Lets you just focus fire these targets quite easily. If a Huskar has to stand still versus a sniper, it's just pain.
And what is the skill build? You're maxing, what, the second and third?
On
Bloodseeker.
I would... You know, actually, I mean, I want him to put more points in Blood Right this game, probably. But you want at least 1 point in Blood Rage because it's just so efficient. Maybe just a 1-4-4. I'm fine with that if he wants to go down that route. Because he has 2 carries in his side lane, so maybe he wants to take a bit of a back foot. Curious to see if he does go full auras.
And kind of, due to the nature of the heroes, who do you imagine is going to be more greedy this game with their build out of Quinn and Dratcha?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think they'll both be pretty greedy. Maybe it will be Duracho, actually. I'm curious to see if he does do some type of like Deso build. That's the one thing I'm curious if Duracho does adapt. Because Maelstrom, of course, it's the absolute standard on your Embers, but could see a weird world where he wants more physical.
Ooh, Quinn. He's getting the headshots in with that double. Ari's got to be a bit careful. He's just dead. He did not respect this man with a gun and a double damage ring.
They need to help, though. This tower, it's going to be in quite a bit of jeopardy here. They got to bring the Enchantress. 2K lead already for the side of Gaming Gladiators.
You got to be careful how close you step up to Quinn, though. He's hitting hard.
Yeah, Quinn's going Mask of Madness. I like that. Very aggressive early build.
Yeah, they're bringing a lot in mid.
They have to be careful, though. Like, he can literally just, like, kill them in a couple hits. Ari,
careful. I mean, the tombstone gets laid down. They will be able to push back Quinn. Quinn trying to stand his ground. If they've taken out Bryle, with Tofu TPing in, they'll be able to get Ari as well. Good glimpse back onto Whitemon.
The tombstone's doing work.
2 supports have got enough damage. They don't. Whitemon will be able to TP away. So 2 for 1. Of course, Gaming Gladiators, they do lose Quinn there.
I think TSM's kind of happy with that one there. They do lose 2, but yeah, they finally do get Quinn. But the 2 supports, they know this rotation's coming. I think Panel was talking about it a lot. You know, Moon, of course, does do a lot of homework. He loves to shut down Quinn, so they're going to make these early rotations. They're going to read it. See that one again. That was a long jump there from Ari. 2nd point and rebound.
Yeah, Quinn, not of course able to live through that sort of jump. Still, as much damage as he does, he's still a little old sniper. Can get burst pretty easy when they get on top of him. Back
to business, though. Tower is dropping. And this is not a situation that you want to be in as a Huskar by any means. He's level 5, not even 6. Quinn's already level 7. This hero is all about getting that early advantage to be able to punish anything. Duracho has shown he is going to go Maelstrom. Oh, I had hopes that he'd go something more greedy, but whatever. I mean, you don't really deviate too often on Ember.
And what we got it from Asia, going for the Atos first.
Okay. Cool.
And then would you imagine sort of like Atos into like Auras or BKB, or are you going straight Atos into Gleipnir?
I mean, if he's going Atos, he's going to go a bit more damage. That's pretty cool, because I saw he did queue up Arcane Boots for a little bit, so he was thinking about maybe going Auras, but I think the chain's missed there. Duracho.
They should still get him.
There's going to be rotation.
He's out of mana. Duracho's dead. They will get the kill, but it will cost them both of their lives there, as they weren't quite able to get it as quickly as they hoped for there. Cost them both of them. Duracho and Celery going down for that effort.
The supports have to do heavy lifting, though, trying to fix these side lane issues that are going on. So quick rotations from the 2 of them will secure some kills here, but they lose their mid tower out of it. And Ace has literally just bullied the Slark pretty much out of the lane. 52 and 26 on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, Ace is going to be super farm this game.
Yeah. I mean, they have 3 Agi cores that scale pretty damn hard on the side of Gaming Gladiators, so with an early advantage as well versus the heroes they're up against. Yeah, it's looking very solid. So for TSM, I think it's the same thing. You have to keep moving your supports together to make sure that you can farm these stacks in particular. Because if you lose these stacks, this will be devastating. And there's a tombstone at the ready for Stellar. He's actually 6 already.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, if they get Ace over as well, they're going for these stacks. They're going to try and take them.
They're taking it all.
Who's going to get the last TS? Can Kasani get any with the axes?
He gets 1.
1.
He's going to lose them all.
I think he literally got 1 right. Everything else is going to get... In fact, they're going to look to get the kill as well. They're going to go for Kasani. He's very, very dead here, as he'll lose his life and he'll lose his stacks as well, Fogged.
He's got no recovery outlet whatsoever now in this game. All 3 cores, I mean, Slark's doing okay, but the other 2 cores completely shut down. Celery is actually same net worth as the Beastmaster. 3-1-1.
Uh-oh.
I think he got a bunch of those last hits on the Ancients. And they'll even body block it. A 3K leader ready for gaming. That's a perfect start. And I think that is the Atos done for Ace too. So now he's a ganker from the offlane rather than the Aura bot.
Yeah, they're ready to kill. We'll see with the smoke Gaming Gladiators. There's also a double damage room. And Ace still grabbed that one.
He'll take it. Oh, Bryle.
Oh. They get the glimpse.
Farewell.
Very, very dead there. Goes for a bit of a hopeful TP, I think, wasn't that? Or was he sending... Maybe he's just sending an item back.
I think he's sending a neutral back.
Yeah. Neutral back.
And Tomato.
He's also got to be careful. Ace hasn't quite got Rupture back up. Still 12 seconds on the cooldown. But yeah, this area of the map, the jungle of TSM, not going to be feeling any safe anymore.
No, and Kasane, he has Arcane Boots to farm his stack, but his stack got stolen, so Dominator is going to take quite a bit more time. They will be able to at least pressure tower with the rotation from Whitemon.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I mean, it's only 3K, but when you're playing with this type of Huskar lineup, and your Slark's also countered in several different ways versus Disruptor, versus Bloodseeker and stuff, game is feeling hard already. Quinn is in... This is not a position you usually see a sniper. You know, he is bullying them out of their own jungle.
Yeah, 11 minutes in, just like diving tier 2s.
Go for mid tower now at TSM. I think you have to kind of play your own game and try to avoid what Gaming Gladiators is doing and try to get as much as you can. And yeah, they're going to pop Unleash, they're going to sidekick the supports, and they're going to try to hit mid, but Glyph is available, and Gaming is reacting.
I mean, do sort of any of TSM's cores, are they close to kind of a major item that's going to make them feel pretty strong if the team rallies around them?
Not really, honestly, because Slark's just going to take quite a bit of time to be able to get involved in this game with what he's up against. Disruptor 6 already. You're versus Bloodseeker. Getting to the sniper is difficult. They slowed down the 2 heroes that kind of needed to be slowed down on the side of Gaming Gladiators. Like, they slowed down the Beast, they slowed down the Huskar. And those are the 2 heroes that they want to play around those early timings with. I guess Kasane is... Okay, I mean, Dominator's 400 away, so not horrendous, but he is bottom of the cores at the moment.
Are they going to enter this triangle again here, Gaming Gladiators? They're looking for Bryle. They're going to get him.
Poor Bryle.
More money. Celery's having a great time here. He just slaps the kill there with the decay. More money for him.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, he has Holy Locket already. He is massive.
He's super rich here. You know, taking the stacks, taking the kills.
Okay, maybe now, since Tomato actually does have Tread's Echo, I mean, he's got to fight. He needs to go help out his lanes. Maybe that just is going to be the call, because otherwise, this game is just quickly falling out of control. If there's ever an instance where Gaming is the ones who can go for that Roshan, that's where it feels super bad for TSM, and they have a good Rosh lineup. Whenever you have Undying, you have potential to just take Rosh at almost any moment in the game. Ari.
They've got him.
Farewell.
In with a glimpse. Atos and a blood right. That'll do it.
Yeah, Whiteman's just playing his own game. He's trying to push mid tower, but they're setting up for him. Very likely to just die as well. How do you run? How do you avoid versus Disruptor? Oh, nice try, Whiteman. He put the branch down, trying to push himself out of kinetic, but he was dead anyway.
It was taking Quinn so long to get the hits in. Tofu was just like, hurry up. And then he just takes the kill. He's like, you know, I gave you a chance, but you're taking too long, mate.
4K lead. Bryle's just, as we said, it's Bloodseeker versus Huskar, so Bryle's always sitting at like 10% HP or something like that. So Ace, he sees him, and he's moving 500 move speed. And he is going to go for auras after. Okay, cool. So Atos into those auras. I thought like maybe because Undying was having such a good game, he might take the, you know, he might go for more of a carry and then switch it up a little bit, but...
No, I think that's what I like from Ace on the offline. We see this on his builds. where there's a lot of situations where he's playing a hero, they're like crushing the early game, and pretty much like any other off-lane player, they're going to go for the very greedy or kind of like the farm-heavy builds, like when you see sort of Dooms and such, but Ace, you know, he's much more about just, you know what, I'm going to buy these items that are going to help us close the game out in 15 minutes, rather than think about just building some insane lead for the next 30 and then closing it off later. It's got some good focus with the itemization, Ace.
And Gaming's also been the team that I've seen that does auras the absolute most out of anybody, right? They go drums, they go pipes, even on the supports constly. Dyrachyo, I guess he is doing the full greed. So Boots of Travel, Maelstrom, Desolator. I like it this game.
I mean, Deso's so good on Ember. Yeah, I really like seeing Embers pick up the Deso.
Versus Huskar and stuff, like versus some of these heroes. I think Deso can, I don't know.
And also, you know, obviously you're not really hitting towers that much, but you know, just getting the debuff on, it's going to help you seize these objectives off the back of the fight you take.
As a safe lane Ember, I can agree. As a mid Ember, definitely don't want to.
That's true. Build. That's true. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Accelerate. Get a good kill.
I mean, Ace.
Ace also maybe.
He's thinking about going on them. He has got Dyrachyo here to back him up. Ari caught on the Atos and the Bloodbright Silence. He'll stand his ground for a little bit with the Unleash, but will not be enough to keep him safe as Ari goes down.
Tomato is getting farmed though, at the very least. You know, silver lining there for TSM.
But it is a hard game for the Slark.
It sure is.
So yeah, Tomato really has his work cut out.
Bryle? Oh, I can't believe he showed himself there.
Did he even get to turn his armlet on?
I mean, I don't even know. He just died.
Yeah, that was a rough one. I mean,
they were just right there.
Yeah. It's not the sort of game where the Huskar's in a position where the enemy's scared of him. They're not scared of this Huskar at all.
Nope. That's what happens sometimes, you know, you picked it just a little bit too early and you picked it versus Quinn. You know that Quinn's just gonna laugh and be like, you tried to pull the me on me. I'm the Huskar guy that picks it versus Ember.
It was a risky move.
Yeah.
Definitely a very risky move to get the Huskar as early as they did third pick.
White bot. Uh-oh. And even Kasane.
Oh, Dyrachyo's gonna find him. End of the trees, dragged back with the glimpse.
Dyrachyo tries to secure it, but Quinn gets it anyway. Quinn is massive. All three cores, all the way at the top.
I mean, they got 3 carries.
They sure do.
It's going to be one of those games where they pretty much have 3 carries here. An Ember, a Sniper, and a Bloodseeker that are all a huge problem for TSM's cores.
And they can itemize also pretty decently into, like, Quinn. He can go for his natural build if he wants to into his Hurricane Pike, so he's got counter versus Slark. Undying is probably going to build versus a 4-step versus that Slark too. So they've answered the Huskar, they've answered the Beastmaster. Now it's time to start itemizing a little bit versus Slark and secure that rest of the game. TSM, I think you have to make this move, but this isn't easy either. At least they have the creep to tank, but will Bryle fall into Thirst region? Just might.
I think if he's having to tank it, he will.
He's not. They have the edge creep at least.
Oh, no, yeah, he'll be fine then.
I mean, they might see him in a second here. Quinn's going to get Ari.
I think he's fine. He'll be able to stay above the threshold. They're going to get this rush. So, there's definitely something here for TSM.
Oh, they see him now?
It's going to be too late. They've got him. Aegis on Bryle. So, something here for TSM. Tomato, he'll be able to ult and TP away.
Dyrachyo running over. They want Bryle. Can they finish him?
He's going to go straight for the TP, and he is out.
Oh, that's close. Not bad. Honestly, that's the best thing they could have done. Really well played from the support and Bryle there.
And Tomato, he's still hitting the timings. Aghanim's is done.
That's actually pretty damn good timing.
He's got a DD here as well. Oh, yeah, he's able to pick it up literally in the last second before it was about to disappear.
Yep.
Arcane Rune's going to be up top.
And Kasani's, I mean, they will hit a bit of a timing here. Kasani's going to have the Helm of the Overlord finish. They've got that Ags on the Slark. Huskar has his Aegis plus a BKB soon. Still difficult, but if they catch Dyrachyo here, it's huge.
And they should have a solid chance here with the pounce into the Roar. Dyrachyo doesn't stand a chance. Big stuff here from TSM, breaking their way back into the game.
They should be able to get tier 2 perhaps out of this too, with the DD rune. He's just kidding. TP's coming in.
Looks like Whitemon, he'll push his luck a bit, hang around.
He's going to get glimpsed.
Indeed, he'll be the one that gets sacrificed, left behind.
Whoa.
Tomato. Very close to actually getting the pounce connection onto Ace.
Got it back up.
If he got that, he may have been able to push for the kill.
He has to back up right afterwards, though. He knows the rotation's coming down from the lane below. Still 4K lead for gaming. TSM, they're making him work for it a little bit. I love Disruptor and Undying together. It's one of my old favorite duos from ages ago. I mean, Lana M used to talk about it, man, like 7, 8 years ago. Just the vision from Tombstone, constantly getting glimpsed. You're always forcing fights. Pano was talking about as well, too. The anchor, you always just pull people into unwanted fights over and over again, and you always just have the vision for it, too. Gaming.
Oh, they're looking at Bryle.
He doesn't have the BKB yet.
They can get him once. Do a Static Storm. They could lay down a lot here to go for him a second time, and they will. They put down the Kinetic Film. The Static Storm is going to try for the TP out, but the glimpse is there. So Bryle goes down. That is the Aegis gone. So TSM not really able to achieve too much with that pickup.
He couldn't even finish the... I thought this would be where he'd be able to at least finish his BKB, get that safe farm for it, but not even the case. Gaming straight back to business, shutting down the map, shutting down the game. Oh, tier 2 to fall. Into the enemy jungle they can go, take the outpost away. So much pressure on Tomato to carry this one. Essentially, the game is a 4-protect-1 for him, unless Ahri starts to scale somehow on this Marcy. Because this Huskar, even with BKB and stuff like that, what's he really going to be able to do with it?
Should be another catch here.
Wicked stick for Quinn. 8, 1, and 8. 16 of the 19 kills as a sniper. Feels pretty good. And I think that is the Hurricane Pike, if I'm not mistaken, finished. So now they have a save, of course, versus that Slark. And they smoke. So they do a little bit of that sweep play. They take the mid tower, go up top, kick a hit, take a kill. Now they're going to sweep to bottom, maybe look at the ancient area and look for another one. All about controlling the map. And Ahri, he's going to be spotted.
Has got his blink though.
Okay.
So well, it's on the courier. So soon to have it, and they'll have a bit of a chance of jumping away if he catches wind of them.
Very aggressive vision coming out. Ace wants to go in. They do see Ace for a second. But now they see Kasane. They want the bigger target. Can't quite go for him, though.
Now, TSM know where they're at. They'll smoke up themselves. White Mom.
White Mon.
Very hard to approach Gaming Gladiators here, but TSM, they're going to try their best. Tomato, he's in. He's going to get jump forward, but the Static Storm's down. They will be able to get out of it. Ahri tries to push in, but he gets taken down immediately by the damage of Joe Quinn. And now, Gaming Gladiators, they can turn and look for more. Bryle has to TP out. Tomato, he's trying to pounce away, but he's caught in the kinetic field, and with the Shadow Dance already used, there's nothing else to save himself. They'll turn over towards Kasane. The Soul Rip's there, pretty much healing up Tofu back to full HP. They lose nothing, Gaming Gladiators, and TSM, they'll lose 3.
That is a bold attempt. Fighting into high ground versus Undying. I mean, he just drops the tombstone. They've got full vision of the fight with the double ward situation as well, too.
I mean, they're
probably feeling desperate.
Yeah, it's the situation that the game's in right now for TSM. They have to try something, but unfortunately, the options open for them, none of them are good right now.
No. And I mean, the whole fight, look at Tomato. He got ruptured, had to stand still the entire time. He uses Depth Shroud just to save Bryle so he can TP out, and then he's just stuck in a kinetic field. Yeah, game looking, I mean, as we kind of expected, the game is looking pretty much impossible. Whiteman shows his face top. Instantly gonna get brought down.
Yeah, very. And able mid as well. The Gaming Gladiator was starting to put a bit of pressure on, but TSM, they'll be back in the game and holding this mid defense.
This Bloodseeker pick for me was... this Bloodseeker was actually the best pick for me, because it destroys Slark throughout all stages of the game, destroys the Huskar through all stages of the game. You're just able to do so much with it, and another one. He's ruptured.
He'll live a little longer. He's got the Shadow Dance into the Death Shroud, but the Blood Right's there. We'll be able to dart back the right time, but it's still on him. He had no other options. Pounces away. Unfortunately for him, comically dies there to the rupture as he's flying through the air.
Just such a hard game. And onto high ground now, Quinn. They can even put the Blood Rage on him in positions when he's sitting back and farm, or able to just peep away.
I mean, yeah, it really is, as you say. I reckon TSM, They just underestimated the ability for Gaming Gladiators to switch the Ember to the safe lane and get something else to put in the matchup against the Huskar. And then they also underestimated the fact that Bloodseeker is in the pool, and Ace was more than happy to play it offlane.
Yeah. I think they even had some other options, too. I think there was quite a few different things that Ace could have probably played, maybe some Timber or something like that if they wanted to go for it. I think that Bloodseeker was probably the absolute best one because you just constantly have tabs of where the Huskar is. Like, every single time he's trying to farm, he's sitting low.
They're going to try and find the same area again. They're going to go straight for Tofu, but again, great heals coming out towards Tofu. Tofu's going to live.
Oh my god, he doesn't even use
Holy
Holy
away
Lock
from
in.
Tomato. Ari goes down. Durat shows him with the steering chains onto Tomato.
GG.
It's over. GG, 24 minutes in. Gaming Gladiators, they take this game 1, and as I say, TSM, I think they just sort of shot them.